Add-on deal. Why? Remember, guys, product A doesn't have discount. Only product B, C, D that you pair together with this. Yes? Bundle deal is different. Bundle deal, if let's say you were to sell toothbrush, toothpaste, and mouthwash, okay? Now, it's not looking like add-on deal where this product here is full price. These two are discount. No, it doesn't look like that. Bundle deal is like this. Okay, toothbrush, toothpaste, and mouthwash. Buy 3 for 5 ringgit. That is bundle deal. Okay. Now there are some kind of strategy to do this. So for percentage discount, let's say you buy 3 items, right? You tell them, hey, get 15% off the whole thing. Or you can say buy 3 items and get 5 ringgit off. Or you can say buy 3 items for 20 ringgit, right? So however that, so it's just like you're bundling all the products inside, right? And this is very attractive because a lot of customers, they like to kind of calculate and see, wow, this is very cheap. If I buy it outside, right? If I buy it outside, this is going to cost me 5 ringgit more. It's going to cost me a lot more. But if I buy it in a bundle, because the free shipping is there with Shopee, right? I can actually get a better offer, right? Now, this is another one that I do want to talk about, right? This is basically, one of the things that basically we're going to talk about, which is follow price, right? Now, follow price, right, guys, basically is actually one of the best things, right? One of the best things, right, that I think most of you can actually use, right? Yeah. And when you use this follow price, right, you've got to be very careful. Now, if you have been selling on Shopee for lesser than 90 days or 90 days or more, guys. Now, in the morning session, I was actually assisting in Fazidin's live session, right? He was talking about Shopee Live. There were a lot of people asking this one question. They were asking, how can I get more followers? How can I get more followers? How can I get more followers? Now, you can get more followers simply by turning on your follow price. Now, let me tell you why. I've actually seen real statistical data showing me a seller before so it's a lady, right? She joined Shopee. She's selling basically toy kids products, things like that, right? Now, she had, I think, like 10 or 20 followers. So what she did is she actually she attended one of my trainings and she kind of told me this. And as you can see in the example slide that I'm using here, it's 10 ringgit off, right? Now, I don't know why she did the same. She told me she just copied what was on the slide. Now, I want to actually later tell her that it doesn't need to be 10 ringgit off. It could be 5 ringgit off. It could be 2 ringgit off. But she did it, right? But by the way, the products that she's selling are not cheap kids' toys. I think the minimum of her toys, they're like, those expensive ones, like VTech and Fisher Price, all those expensive ones. And the minimum you're going to spend on her store is going to be at least 30 ringgit and up, right? But nothing lesser than like 20, 30 ringgit. Now, she put $10 off on her store. Now, I spoke to her at the beginning of the month and I saw her again after 60 days. She had 540 followers. Now, what happened? She told me everyone started to claim the 10 ringgit off, right? Now, not everybody actually became her customer. Now, you must understand the drop-off is 30%. So if, let's say, 500 people, right, claim the offer. Now, the 500 people, it actually enters, I don't know if you guys know about a lot of sales psychology, right? So for me, yes, my background is a bit of behavioral psychology. That's why I'm a trainer, right? So what we call that is the monkey brain. The monkey brain, when it sees 10 ringgit off. Now, it doesn't mean I want to buy anything today. It doesn't mean I want to buy anything tomorrow. But because it's an offer, it looks really good, I will just click follow, correct? Does not mean that I'm going to buy anything. Now, what actually eventually happened is her followers started to grow, so did her sales. But why? At least 30% of these 500 people after 60 days obviously were following her, Now, she had a good following, and this was kind of the statistics. She told me she was giving even more offers with the other marketing solutions. So this is one way, guys, that I can tell you honestly, if you want to get a lot of followers, give follow prices away. Remember, the follow price money goes back to you eventually. If a customer claims the 10 ringgit, at the end of the day, they cannot use the 10 ringgit or whatever amount that you're giving away to any other store other than your store. So when they're going to check out, they're going to see, right, that whatever product that they buy has a -10 or -5 or whatever that you've set. So that particular buyer gets very excited. Hey, yeah, I remember this. If they've forgotten, if they remember, and if that particular customer is basically now a fan of your product, right, they will be coming back again and again. Although follow price is only once. So the same buyer cannot claim follow price twice, only the first time, and that's it. Okay, so that's how this works. It is supposed to work the first time only, right? And not any other time again, right? So that's how you get followers. And usually the next question I get is, can a buyer unfollow me? Well, they can. But to do that, it is a bit tedious in the sense that they would need to remember you, or they would need to really, really hate a particular seller to do that. And so far, our drop-off rate is like 1 to 2% of people unfollowing. I think it's just people forget, even if they don't like the product, eventually they don't really go there. I want to find this particular seller. They never do that. But there is a 1 to 2% drop-off rate. That means it's very low, yeah? So if you have like 500 people who follow you, well, you can see like 1 to 2% of that every month might drop off. But those are the people that I don't know why they even follow you in the first place, right? But it's very low, okay? Now, the other one that I want to talk about today, guys, is shipping fee promotion. I don't know if you guys have used this before this, right? Yeah. So this one is actually very, very good as well, right? So this one is basically used at like seller shipping fee promotion, right? Now, what actually happens here, right, is basically something like, let's just assume, right, you want to get flexibility, correct? You want to get flexibility. So basically, you are telling your customer, don't just wait for the 15 ringgit free shipping. The seller, am going to give you extra free shipping. So sometimes you will realize that maybe you think the free shipping that Shopee is offering isn't very exciting. Then you can actually use the seller shipping fee promo. But then again, it depends. You don't have to set this up unless you think that you want to use this, especially if you're selling more than 50 to 70 kilo type products. Well, then this might actually make some sense. If not, you don't actually have to, right? So this is just to kind of give you like an additional option. Okay. So the good thing about it is when your buyers are checking out, you can actually make your buyers spend more. Why? So you're telling your buyer, let's say you spend 20 ringgit, I'll give you 2 ringgit extra. If you spend 30 ringgit, I'll give you maybe 4 ringgit or 3 ringgit, for example, in this example. And if you spend over 35 ringgit, I'll give you free shipping. You can actually set it to be like that, right? So you are actually creating your own shipping promotion. You do not basically ask Shopee to come up with anything. This is basically on you, and you basically decide how much you want to give away for free shipping, right? And you can set the tier. So you can say, hey, spend this much, you get this much. Spend this much, you get this much. Spend this much, you get it free. So you can actually entice your own customer, right? Okay. Now, of course, we don't want to also miss out on shop decoration tool. So guys, shop decoration tool is a tool for sellers, right? Now, this is where you beautify the storefront, you attract buyers to purchase from the store, right? Very importantly. So what normally happens is, guys, when you're actually doing these shop decoration type stuff, you definitely want to understand one thing, right? Which is stores that don't use this right now are losing out 60% conversions. That's a huge sum, my friends. if you're using this, you're actually going to see 60% better conversion rate. Nowadays,